I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's go, then it's go. He for the blank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking nothing from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching her, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know he missed the knew I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, and I go. If I touch it, then it's go, then it's go. I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own.
We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. This defense for the Bears, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. Three yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On play action, Fields. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket and they were able to throw for the 1st down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. For the Bears at 500 at 6-6. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Fields throw here into the hands of Jones. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today, Paul.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run once more with Dillon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
$3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They run again with Dillon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Dillon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Dillon, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Play action. It's Fields. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. On 2nd and 12, Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Shown right there. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far. And it's a fumble. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he fires one incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, it's Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now it's Rodgers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. That was a corner blitz, and it was Kyler Gordon getting in there for the sack. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Fields. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now it's Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he gets the ball in his hands. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead. And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Rodgers. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Robert Tonyan, the intended target. Third down here. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now Ka'imi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. All right. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 13.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quay Walker. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get it.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass. Back.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. Third time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
Fields. Looking end zone for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Touchdown! Allen Lazard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. They made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though. Probably not one that they want to chew on. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and they will not be able to add on to their 20-point lead. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
He'll get it inside the 20. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Fields now to throw. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here comes Pettis on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
After the sack on first down, Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like